Healthcare is not a human right, rather, it is a privilege.
Okay, good evening everyone. Aming 32 viewers, i-like and share ang ating live para mapanood natin ang pagsasalpukan ni Rain at ni Kay tonight. At ang topic ng ating debate ay healthcare is not a human right, rather it is a privilege. So, pag-umpisahan natin ang event natin for tonight, sasabihin ko muna sa inyo ang rules ng roundtable platform. 1. No ad hominem and personal attacks as per usual. Questions must always be answered until relevance depart. Profanities are not allowed. Construct your statements in the most precise and simple manner. Both will be given 20 seconds to answer questions in the cross-examination part of the debate. Answer the question directly before your explanation. Violation of the said rules will be given a deduction penalty of 30 seconds to 1 minute in the next round. Panelists and other participants must stay muted until necessity dictates for them to speak. Ayan ang ating rules na gagamitin for tonight. At sa debate format naman na gagamitin natin, ang 10-7 format ng roundtable kung saan merong 10 minutes na opening statement ang affirmative followed by 7 minutes cross mula sa negative to the affirmative. 10 minutes negative opening followed by 7 minutes cross from affirmative to negative. In the rebuttal round, we have 10 minutes again para sa affirmative, 7 minutes cross mula sa kanyang katunggali, 10 minutes sa negative, and affirmative naman ang magke-question ng 7 minutes after. Closing statements, meron kayong 7 minutes each, mauuna ang negative, huling sasalang ang affirmative. At meron tayong 15 minutes na ibibigay sa ating viewers para magtanong ng isang tanong sa isang panelist, 1 questions each. So ngayon na malinaw na sa atin ang rules and format ng debate na gagamitin tonight, bibigyan ko ng 1 minute si Kay para mag-introduce ng sarili niya. Okay, Kay, introduce yourself. Pag ready ka na.
Ayan, nag-intro muna ako. Pero bago ang lahat, gusto ko muna batiin ang ng kapayapaan ang lahat dito. Ako po si Kay. Gusto ko po i-shoutout ang Catholic of Christ with chunk of Hinduism na pinangungunahan ni Doc Maria at ang kanyang obispo na si Tito Flowers. Gusto ko i-shoutout ang mga kasamahan ko rin sa TIS community. Si Kuya Tommy, Tito Clarified, Wigo, Sir Tinker Tank, Kuya Blinds, Nomina Sacra, Ate Gadleba, si Minds of the Blessed, si Prof. Manny, si Dod, si Doding, si Ate Soleil, si Queen Martha, si Kuya Nicolay, tsaka si Ate Drew. Tsaka sa mga 80s na rin nakakilala si Id, si Ate Indo, si Sir 80, si Sir Kim, Sir Macarios, at si King of Logic, tsaka si Senses. Sa mga kaibigan ko na rin, shoutout ko rin si Debating with Jades, Benice, Ate AB, Ate Gabi, Happy, Miss Amane, Luthers Apo, Gab Castaneda, Philip, Kenshin Izekia, at kay GL, at kay Cristiano Ronaldo. So, let's go!
Okay, salamat. 1 minute para kay Rain naman. Introduce yourself.
Ayun, magandang gabi sa lahat ng nanonood. Ako si Rain, isang humble na tao lamang sa TikTok, no? Shoutout sa mga tao dyan, Binice, Abby, Machu, mga tropa natin sa roundtable, at Indo, Sir 80, Id, yung mismong host ng roundtable, etc. etc. Sana may mapulot kayong aral sa mga binadadang sentimiento ko mamaya, no? So, yun lamang.
Ayan, maraming salamat rin. So, without further ado, palagay na po ng 10 minutes para sa affirmative. Pero bago ang lahat, kung may gusto kayong suportahan sa mga panelists natin for tonight or kung gusto nyong suportahan yung platform, wag po kayong mag-hesitate na mag-gift sa kanila. Ayun lang. So, 10 minutes for the affirmative. Again, healthcare is not a human right, rather it is a privilege. Okay, ready when you are? Start the time.
Ready. Before we insist that something is owed to everyone, we must first ask a more fundamental question. Does a right exist without us? If a right evaporates the moment humans stop recognizing it or enforcing it, then it is not a law of reality. It is a construct of human society. Moderator, Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Healthcare is not a human right. It is a socially constructed privilege. The scope of this debate is ontological, not emotional. I am not here to argue whether healthcare should be accessible, affordable, or morally desirable. The question reaches deeper than politics or morality. Do human rights exist independently of human minds, including healthcare? Independently of institution and agreement? If they do not, then healthcare cannot be a human right. It becomes by definition a privilege, a benefit that exists only because humans create, maintain, and enforce. My obligation for tonight now is to demonstrate human rights have no independent existence outside human recognition and institution. They depend entirely on social, linguistic, legal, and moral constructs. Healthcare, being resource dependent and institution, cannot be ontologically inherent. For my opponent, he must demonstrate that a right is objective, existing independently of human recognition, non-transactional, cannot be granted, removed, or modified, pre-social, existed before humans created norms and systems, universal, consistent, and present across all eras, cultures, and civilization. If my opponent cannot prove these four elements, the concept of inherent rights such as healthcare collapses. So, dako muna tayo sa una kong argumento, sa aking thesis, the ontology of rights. Ontology asks, what exists independently of us? A mountain exists whether or not you believe in it. Gravity acts whether or not you acknowledge it. Rights, on the other hand, vanish instantly when human refuses to enforce them. Number one, rights require human recognition and enforcement. Jeremy Bentham famously called natural rights simple nonsense. Ngayon, bakit? Because rights function only when someone recognizes and enforces them. A right to healthcare requires medical institutions, trained professionals, fundings, political policy, and social agreement. Remove recognition or enforcement, and then the so-called quote-unquote right abolishes itself. This is not a feature of inherent reality. It is a feature of institutional construct. Second, rights depend on social and legal institution. H.L.A. Hart argued that right exists only within a legal system. Courts, laws, and institutions give rights presence, not existence. Healthcare depends on hospital, doctor, medical knowledge, economic structure, political system, resource distribution. All of these are human-made, context-bound structures. Without institution, the quote-unquote right disintegrates instantly. A right that collapses the moment a system collapses is not inherent, it is conditional. Third, historical variability that proves non-inherent status. If a right is inherent, it must be timeless and universal. Human history shows the opposite. Women were denied suffrage, slavery was legal, indigenous group had no recognized protection, healthcare varied drastically across civilization. Inherent rights would have been recognized universally regardless of culture. Instead, rights appear and disappear with political structures. This proves they are social inventions, not metaphysical realities. Fourth is, rights are dependent on language, concept, and social agreement. Michel Foucault points out that rights are not natural phenomena. They are conceptual and linguistic construction. Without terms like claim, entitlement, or obligation, the idea of rights become inexpressible. If a concept cannot survive outside human cognition, it is not ontologically independent. Now I will present my antithesis. I have to address some opposing claim. My opponent may rely on moral, legal, or emotional appeals. He may say that rights come from dignity, rights are universal because United Declarations of Human Rights says so, and he might say that healthcare is fundamental to life, therefore a right. All of these fail at ontological level. Moral claims do not produce ontological entities. Immanuel Kant describes human dignity, but dignity is not evidence that right exists independently of human recognition. Morality describes what ought to be. Ontology describes what is. Confusing two is ought fallacy. Morality cannot generate metaphysical entities if you're gonna call it inherent. Second, Legal codification is not evidence of independent existence. A constitution can declare anything. It is still a human document. The UDHR is a moral aspiration, not an ontological discovery. Legal recognition does not create inherent existence. It creates social presence, and presence is not existence. Third is, my opponent might assume that privilege assumes right. Privilege functions without requiring metaphysical foundations. Driving license, passport, tax exemptions, scholarships, all exist through institutional grant and maintenance. Healthcare fits this model. It requires system, not metaphysics. Now, daon na tayo sa synthesis ko, no? Sa thesis, pinag-usapan natin na rights require ontological independence. Sa antithesis, sinabi ko na rights are justified by morality, law, or human dignity. Ngayon sa synthesis, rights exist only as conceptual and social construct, not as independent realities. Therefore, human rights have presence, not existence. They function only as long as humans maintain them. Healthcare then cannot be an inherent right. It is an institutional service, a collective privilege. When society changes, it can expand, shrink, or vanish. Anything revocable cannot be inherent. Anything dependent cannot be pre-social. Anything constructed cannot be a metaphysical necessity. Therefore, healthcare is a privilege created by society, not a right given by nature. Rights that disappear when no one enforces them were never inherent. They were only agreement dressed as universals. Or simply, you can declare healthcare a right, but declaration does not create ontology. Therefore, I stand firmly on the motion. Healthcare is not a human right. It is a privilege maintained by human systems, and it ceases when those systems cease. Thank you.
Ayan. Salamat, Kay. So, just to clarify, are you waiving your time?
Yes po.
Okay, sige. Para-set ng time, 7 minutes para sa cross-examination. Rain, ready ka na ba?
Yes, ready na po.
Okay, sige. Pag nag-start ka na, start na rin yung oras mo.
Okay. Ayan. Unang tanong kayo, no? Nabasa mo ba ang paksa natin? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Pangalawang tanong, dahil nabasa mo ang paksa natin, naiintindihan mo ba ang paksa natin? Yes or no?
Yes, naiintindihan ko.
Okay. Dahil naiintindihan mo naman ang paksa natin, maganda naman ang nilatag mo. Ngayon, tanongin kita sa nilatag mo, no? First question. If the right to life is inherent to human existence, no? How can healthcare, something required to preserve life, not also be fundamental human right?
Ano po? Pwede po ba, moderator, ulitin niyo yung question na ng simple lang?
Okay, sige. Stop the time. Okay, Rain, pakiulit yung tanong mo.
Pwede ba mag-counter object? Kasi okay naman yung tanong ko eh. It's not my fault kung hindi niya naiintindihan yung question ko.
Hindi ko pinaparephrase yung tanong mo, Rain. Sabi ko lang, ulitin mo yung tanong
okay.
mo.
If the right to life is inherent to human existence, how can healthcare, something required to preserve life, not also be a fundamental human right?
Kasama sa latag ko no, na these rights, including healthcare, you have to prove muna, according sa aking sa burden na lagi ko sa'yo, na you have to prove that it is inherent. So, I will say na hindi siya inherent. You're already assuming na inherent siya eh.
Okay, no? Since sabi mo naman kanina, inherent nga. Ito naman, next question. No? If humans are ontological vulnerable beings, so, yun yung sabi mo, does society have a duty to ensure access to healthcare that protects their inherent dignity?
Yes, society does have a duty. Yes.
Okay, society has a duty. Thank you. Doon naman tayo sa pagkawala ng right pag wala na nag-acknowledge. Okay. If rights depend on language or culture, no, does a person right to healthcare disappear when they cross borders?
Pwede pa ulit yung tanong? I'm sorry.
Wait lang, wala yata si Miss Moderator. Tuloy po ba kahit wala si Mr. Moderator? Miss Moderator? tuloy? Okay, hindi po.
Ayan, sorry na-disconnect ako. Ano ulit yung, pakiulit yung tanong, Rain? Pa-stop muna
Okay.
ng time.
Okay. If right depend on language or culture, does a person right to healthcare disappear when they cross border?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Sabi mo kanina, di ba, right is not not objective. Okay. If rights are not objective, how do we explain universal human rights agreements that transcend language and culture?
I can explain it that if you're going to refer to are you referring to UDHR? If you're going, I'm assuming you're referring to UDHR, that is not legally binding. I'm sorry. So, may mga bansa na hindi ina-accept yan universally. So, yeah.
Objection? Moderator?
Okay, anong objection?
Pinapa-explain ko lang naman kung paano gumagana ang Universal Human Rights Agreement, such as help someone who needs help, ganito ganyan. Eh wala naman ako inaano, na kung ano-ano pa.
Any counter-objection?
Ano ulit tanong niya, sabi niya?
Okay, sige. Last na to ha, pakiulit yung tanong, Rain.
Okay. If rights are not objective, no, how do we explain universal human rights agreements that transcend language and culture?
Okay, pa-start ng time.
Una we can explain it now based on sa pinag-agrihan nila, which also again proves my point. Na it's nothing without human agreement. So, we can only explain it by, ito pinag-agreean nila. It's an institutional concept dependent on human agreement. Iyon lang. It's a human agreement, in short.
Next question.
Okay. If rights are not objective, why do nearly all cultures independently recognize some form of care for the sick as a moral obligation? Bakit kaya?
Well, it's because they agreed upon it.
They agreed upon it. Okay. So, yun lang. I'm waiving the cross-examination.
Okay, sige. Pa-reset ng time, 10 minutes. Ayan, 10 minutes negative. Pag ready ka na, start na maglatag.
Okay, ready na pa. Ayun. The idea that some lives matter less is the root of all that is wrong with the world. That is based on Fall Farmer. No? I'm Rain and I will prove that healthcare is a human right and not a privilege. So, good evening, moderator, timer, host, viewers, and Kay. No, let us both strive not to win, rather to educate the viewers. Now, let us enclose the topic so that the said contention will not get strawman. No? We should not be talking about the following. Should Philippines adopt the idea of healthcare being a privilege, the financial stability of a person or country, kung ako ba atheist, kung si Kay ba atheist, yung mga doctors ba, etc. etc. I understand that the said contention wanting us to prove if the healthcare is a right or a privilege, not should. Ang tinatanong dun is I. So, ngayon, define muna natin ano ba ang mga nando sa variables na contention natin. A human right is a basic freedom or entitlement that every person has simply because they are human without discrimination. That is the definition of human right in philosophy. Ngayon, in law, a human right is a right that are recognized, protected, and enforceable under national and international legal system. A healthcare refers to the services that help maintain or improve a person's health. This includes medical treatment, hospital checkups, medicine, and preventive measurements. A privilege is a benefit or advantage that is not guaranteed to everyone. People receive it based on conditions like money, status, or membership. Ngayon, nalatagnan natin ng mga definition. Let's proceed naman sa mga reference. Katulad nga ng sabi ng isa kong kakilala, a statement without proof is a mere opinion. No? Based on the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights, sabi dito, everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms, at least without discrimination. Anong implikasyon nito? Ang human rights pala ay universal. Lahat pala tayo ay meron yun. Inherent pala, sabi ng Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Ngayon, sabi naman ng World Health Organization, no, every human being has the right to the highest attainable standard of physical and mental health. So, sa batas at saka sa papel, constitutional guaranteed yung ang healthcare na human right. Okay, lipat naman tayo sa medyo relatable or closer references, no? Ito, 1987 Philippine Constitution Article 2, Section 15 state that state shall protect and promote the right to health of the people and instill health consciousness among them. The Constitution further instruct that the state must ensure essential goods, health, and social services are made available to all without discrimination. Ano bang pinapatunguhan nito, itong sinasabi ng Constitution natin? Lahat pala ng tao sa Pilipinas, may karapatan. May karapatan sa healthcare. No? Okay, may bagong batas by 2023 lang to. RA 11-22-3 Universal Healthcare Act of 2023 says every Filipino citizen shall be automatically included into National Health Insurance Program. Anong iniintilas nito? This entails that law guarantees that every Filipino shall have immediate eligibility and access to preventive, promotive, curative, rehabilitative, and palliative care covering medical, dental, and emergency health services. So, may batas tayo about dun, no? So, all my said reference just proves that Philippines and the big authorities acknowledge healthcare as a right. And if I may say, not in a shy way, they even promote it. So, ngayon punta naman tayo sa philosophy. Yan. Sabi sa philosophy, no? Tunayin natin si Kant. Sabi ni Kant, humans must always be treated as ends in themselves, not as a tool or commodities. Anong implikasyon nito, pare? If society allows someone to die simply because they're poor, it violates human dignity, which Kant consider morally unacceptable. So masama pala kay Kant ito, na pag ako mahirap, may sakit ako, hindi ako makakapagpagamot. Masama pala to kay Kant, no? Tapos meron pa, pare, ewan ko kung aware yung mga viewers dito, yung social contract theory, no? Nakasaad doon that the state must protect basic welfare. And this is backed up by Hobbes and Locke, no? They both affirm that people form governments and healthcare is a part of protecting life. No? Ano entails nito? If the government fails to safeguard people's health, it breaks social contract. A government cannot claim legitimacy if it does not protect the people's most basic interests. Ano ba ang basic interest ng people? Their health and survival. So, punta naman tayo sa Aristotelian moral, no? Ano ba sabi ni Aristotle sa topic natin na to? Sabi niyo, humans must have certain condition for eudaimonia. No? Sabi ang isang tao na may magandang kalusugan ay kailangan para sa edukasyon, work, developing, virtue, participating in society. So, define natin, ano ba ang eudaimonia? Ano yung eudaimonia po? Yun po, dinedefine ni Aristotle as happiness. No? So, ano yung implikasyon nito? If health is denied to some due to money, they are denied the chance to flourish as a human. Ngayon, paano na to? Batas at filosofiya, papel, o kahit kung sino man, ay kumakampi sa side ko. Take note, hindi po ako nag-reading contest sapagkat kung pinakinggan ng mabuti, lahat naman ng aking referensya ay may justification. Ang justification po na to, ito po yung mga argumento ko gamit ang mga referensya na ito. So, yun lamang, no? Sana magtanong ayon sa nilatag ko at maraming salamat.
Okay, stop the time. Pa-reset tayo sa 7 minutes naman.
Okay.
Sandali lang, Kay.
Sorry.
Okay, ayan, sige. Ready na. Pag ready na, start na rin natin yung time.
Okay. Unang tanong, no, Rain, tinitindigan mo na ba, final na ba, na tinitindigan mo na ito ay human right? Ay, right rather than a privilege?
Ay, no! Ang paksa natin ay human right. Ayun.
Okay, so, ina-agree mo ba na dapat ang mga rights including healthcare are inherent?
Yes, oo. Nasite ko naman kanina yung sinabi ng di ba?
Thank you.
Sinabi
Now,
ng United Nations Universal Declaration.
Okay. Are you aware that something inherent must exist even if no human recognizes it? Categorical, yes or no?
Yes, oo. Nakikita natin sa ating kapaligiran yan, no? Yung mga aso, tinutulungan pag may sakit ng kapwa nila. Yung mga pusa, tinutulungan yung may mga sakit. nakikita natin yan, no? Inherent yan, hindi lang actually sa pang-human yun. Next question.
So aware ka na na nag-exist ang inherent dapat nag-exist even if walang nakaka-recognize ito. Final, agree?
Yeah, agree ako.
Okay. Ngayon, if all humans stop believing in rights tomorrow, would the right to healthcare still operate in reality?
Oh yes, mag-ooperate pa rin siya pero mag-iiba lang ng term.
Okay. Can you point out at least any evidence that right exists o yung right to healthcare exists independently of human institutions?
Okay. Per se, lumalabas ka naman siguro. Kung may isa kang pack of dogs, when one dog's fell ill, pupuntahan nila yon at some may say, sinusut nila itong dog na to just so ma-comfort ito. And that is part of healthcare.
Are you aware that dogs are not human?
Yes. And that latag itself just proves na even though wala namang human na nagsasabing ito karapatan nito, ginagawa pa rin nila.
We're talking about human right. Why are you bringing dogs into the conversation?
I'm really stating that even though walang nakaka-acknowledge dito sa ganitong phenomena, nangyayari pa rin naman ito.
Okay. Are you aware that relying on laws or government to grant rights already make them non-inherent na kailangan pa siya i-grant ng government?
I know. No, hindi po ginagrant ng government ang rights natin kasi inherent nga po siya. Nakasaad nga po doon na tayong lahat ay simula nung pinanganak tayo, mayroon na tayong right. Hindi naman tayo binibigyan ng papeles para nakasaad doon, may karapatan ito, may karapatan iyan.
If that is your argument, if that is your case na hindi kailangan ng government i-grant ang rights para ito ay maging inherent, so ina-assume, sinasabi mo na nga na ito ay inherent, then how can you explain to me the issues of slavery back then where they were not given your so-called inherent rights? How can you explain that to me?
No, may right pa naman sila, di ba? Pinapakain pa naman ng mga slave kasi wala nga lang silang freedom of right ng time na yan.
Are they even allowed for healthcare?
Oh yes, they are. Kasi when you have a sick slave, hindi mabibenta to. So therefore, binibigyan nila ng healthcare itong slave na to. In a sense, they
For
have
example,
right,
again, another example, Rain. How about if you said na ito inherent kahit hindi i-grant ng government, then how can you justify Adolf's regime against the Jews, where they are stripped of entirely of their human rights, including healthcare and right to live?
That's assumption. No, they are not strict by all their right. Maybe freedom, yes, pero they are not all strict about their right kasi may right sila kumain, pinapakain naman sila, they have the right to drink water, they have the right to for healthcare. Kaso nga lang wala silang right for freedom.
Now my question to you is are they entitled to that right, or they are privileged enough for the Germans to allow them to eat?
They are entitled with their right. Kaso wala nga lang kasi nag-i-enforce ng right na to. Pero sooner or later naman, na-enforce naman tong right to. That's why nagkaroon sila ng freedom.
So next, no, sabi mo si Kant, nag-agree siya sa human dignity, yes? Are you aware that Kant never said healthcare is an inherent right?
Paulit ng question? Wait lang, moderator. Paulit ng question.
Are you aware na walang sinabi si Kant na healthcare is an inherent right?
No, I am not aware kasi nasabi ko naman kanina sa akin nilatag yung quotation dito, di ba? That humans must always be treated and being treated is a healthcare.
Okay, sunod, eto na lang. Are you aware that inherent rights cannot require material resources to exist? Inherent siya eh. Sabi mo, automatic na yan. So, are you aware that inherent rights cannot require material resources to exist?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. If a country has a zero doctor, does the right to healthcare still exist?
Yes, oo. Kasi hindi naman kailangan ng doctor for this kind of healthcare. Kasi even a nurse can attend to first aid.
Okay. How can a right exist when the material condition required wala? For example, doctor. Sige, doctor or nurse. Ganyan. Doctor na lang para specific.
Well, Excuse me, sorry. Well, hindi naman doctors lang ang pwedeng mag-provide ng healthcare. May mga nag-exist nga sa atin na mga albularyo, which is kind of healthcare sa kanila.
Okay, sige. Thank you. I waive my time na.
Okay. So, ngayon naman, magtutungo na tayo sa rebuttal round. 10 minutes, Kay. Pag ready ka na sa rebuttals mo, start na yung time natin.
Okay po, ready na po ako sa rebuttal ko, no? Gusto ko muna po i-point out yung historical absurdities nung aking kalaban. Sinabi niya daw ang mga slave daw po ay may right na na may human rights per se. Nag-quote pa siya ng Kant, no? Nag-quote pa siya ng Kant na that humans are not are the ends of their means, not a tool. Nag-quote siya ng Kant na yun. However, inagrihan niya sa akin na ang mga slave pala nung panahon sa Confederate may rights. Pero ang tanong, based sa sinite mong philosophy, ayun ba ay nag-fit sa narrative na sinite mong philosophy based sa sagot mo? Ang sagot po dyan hindi po. Ang mga slave po ay trinato na bilang properties or tool. So dun pa lang, no, yung rights nila ay hindi pala inherent. Pinag-agrihan lang later on after ng Civil War na ang mga black people pala ay hindi po property, hindi po pala ito tools para ganyan-ganyanin. So dun pa lang, no, dun pa lang, no, napatunayan ko na po na ang human rights ng tao kasama na po diyan ng healthcare, ayan po pala ay hindi po inherent. Ito po pala ay pinag-aagrihan ng mga tao para maibigay. It is granted. So doon pa lang, no. Tapos next pala, sabi niya, nag-agree siya na ang mga Hudyo daw sa German Reich may rights. May human rights daw. Ay, ito po talaga ay malaking historical blunder, wala po silang right sa Germany. Sila po ay pinalayas at pinadala sa concentration camp. Again, another thing that violates, nag-cite ka ng Aristotle. Bina-violate dito ang human flourishing ni Aristotle, bro. No, bina-violate niya. Kasi inubos ang nangyari sa mga Hudyo noon, wala silang right to life. Pag Hudyo ka sa noon, hindi ko ina-oversimplify, pero pag Hudyo ka sa panahon na yun, ikaw ay matitegi. So, dun pa lang, no, napakita na based sa mga sagot na hindi kaya ng opponent ko tayuan yung tinatawag niyang inherent right without making historical absurdities or historical blunders. Na napag-agrihan naman natin, napag-agrihan na rin dito, na itong mga tinatawag niyang mga rights, granted. Sinabi ko nga, tinanong niya ako kanina sa cross-examination na bakit kaya naging universal ang human right? Ang sagot ko, kasi pinag-agrihan natin. Pero that doesn't make them inherent. It's just proof that if hindi ito napag-agrihan ng mga tao, hindi ito mag-granted. Therefore, since we agreed upon these certain things, we are privileged na pinag-agrihan natin to. No, kasi privilege is granted. Ang mga privilege po lahat ay nag-grant. Hindi, by definition, ang privilege po ay nag-grant. Hindi po ito inherent. Ngayon, I think nabuwag ko naman na po, no, na itong mga bagay na to mag-i-exist lang kung pinag-agrihan natin. Therefore, it's a privilege. Hindi po siya inherent at hindi po siya pwedeng tawagin na right. Kasi we agreed on definition naman siguro. We believe that rights in definition must be objective, inherent, and non-transactional, and pre-social. Ngayon, non-transactional ba yun yung mga Hudyo at slave parang trinatong hindi tao? No, it's not non-transactional kasi in order for it to be non-transactional, hindi dapat po ito natatanggal or namomodified. However, in the case of his absurdities, sa historical absurdities niya, natanggalan po sila at nilagyan lang po after ng mga war. So, thank you po. I rest my case.
To confirm lang, wini-wave mo na yung time mo? Okay?
Opo, wini-wave ko na po.
Okay, sige. 7 minutes para kay Rain. Hinga muna kayong dalawa.
Okay.
Pag ready ka nang magtanong, Rain, start na yung oras mo.
Okay, ready na po. Opo. Ayun. So, Kay, sabi mo kanina, mga slaves ay walang right. Tama ba?
Yes. Same, what I mean by that, justify ko, yes, wala silang right in a sense that they share the same right with white people. When we talk about human right, inherent yan at dapat equal. However, hindi sila equal sa mga puti. So, wala silang rights technically.
Okay. So, kasi pag sinabi nating slave, di ba, dapat yan tumutukoy sa lahat ng slave, hindi lang sana. But anyways, are you aware? Wait. Nagtanong pa ako. Sorry. Are you aware of the Roman law?
I'm not aware of the Roman law.
Okay, you're not aware of the Roman law. Manatanggap mo ba pag sinabi ko na sa Roman law may nakasaad doon, the slaves were considered property but Roman law recognized certain protection?
Tinatanggap ko, may ganun. Yes, tinatanggap ko. History yun eh.
Okay. Does this protection entails right o hindi?
No, it doesn't entails right. It entails privilege.
Okay, privilege. Okay. So, drop na natin. No? Balik naman tayo sa World War II kasi you're a bit historian, di ba? So, doon ba nung nangyari nung World War II, ano bang nangyari doon? Sila ba ay na-strip from their right o sila ba ay walang karapatan simula una?
They were stripped from their right. And as we have agreed, dapat ang tinatawag mong objective right na yan is non-transactional. However, na-strip sa kanila eh. So, hindi siya right talaga, di ba?
Okay. Ang na-strip from their right ba, yan, di ba, yan naman ang terminong ginamit ko at ginamit mo. Ang strip from their right or derive from their right, kung ano mang gustong terminology ng iba, yan ba isang salita na tumutukoy na ikaw ay wala kang karapatan? O dati kang may karapatan?
I would say na dati sila may privilege.
Wait lang, objection moderator. Hindi na yung categorical question. Hindi sinasagot ng tama yung categorical.
Okay, any counter objection, Kay?
Well, ina-assume nyo na po agad na right. However, sa pinag-agrihan po namin, ang right is non-transactional. So, kung natatanggal siya, hindi siya right. Hindi privilege. Yun lang naman eh.
Sige, you can rephrase your question, Rain.
Okay, anyways, move na tayo ng question since nasabi niya naman na it is derived, no? But, okay. Anyways, yun na pala. Sige, end ko na.
Okay. So, remind ko lang kayo, medyo mahaba ang mga oras nyo. Sulitin nyo kada minuto na binibigay sa inyo sa debate na to. But for now, ayan, meron na tayong 10 minutes na nakahanda para sa'yo, okay? Para sa'yo, Rain. Pag ready ka na mag-rebuttal round, start.
Okay. The mere fact na hindi mo alam ang Roman law, no? Just states na ikaw ay puro lang assumption dito. Puro assumption ng mga sinasabi mo. Let me educate you with this one, no? In a Roman law, please state na yung mga slave are cannot killed by their master without a prior conviction. Meaning to say, may karapatan pa rin naman pala sila. May karapatan pa pala ang mga slaves. So, asan na ang mga slaves na walang karapatan? No? Even in America, slaves have right. No? Have a right dun. Nakasaad sa batas nila dun that slaves should be should be fed at all times, hindi dapat sila ginugutom. Even in the Bible, may slave law doon. That just entails na may karapatan ng mga slaves. Okay, in World War II, pare. No? Inamin mo naman na derive. They are stripped down by the right. Anong entails nun? That right is inherent, tawag dito. Na inherent. No? It is inherent to human beings. Inamin mo naman eh. Diba? Stripped down from their right. Meaning to say, dati na silang may right. Meaning to say, may pinanggalingan. Anong sa English na may pinanggalingan? Doon nag-inherit. Tapos, ngayon, no? Kasi may mga paratang kasahan ka rin, nilatag kong ganun. Ano ako nilalatag na ano? Ang pinapoint out ko lang naman kasi talaga dito, that even in law, even in paper, even in people, even in kung saan-saan pa man din yan, that healthcare is kino-consider as a human right. No? Sabi sa mga referensya ko, sabi sa mga justifications ko. Ayan, no? So ngayon, nang ini-expect ko naman sana medyo maanuhan man lang sana yung mismong contention namin. Kasi ang pinuprove mo lang naman dito, well, they are not inherent, pero na-prove naman na they are inherent kasi we can already see naman in the nature that yung mga rights pala na ito, napapractice naman pala. Napapractice natin, napapractice ng mga hayop, even though they're not human, they still have the concept of right, 'di ba? Kung makain sila, they're not stripped down, or kung may strip down man sila, at least they somehow have rights. So, ayun. So, with my time.
Alright. Masyado akong nabibilisan sa mga pangyayari, pero sige, ituloy na natin to. 7 minutes. Kay, meron kang 7 minutes para magtanong.
Thank you.
Okay, sige. Sulitin at galingan. Ready when you are.
Ready. Are you aware that yung sinight mo na Roman law ay gawa-gawa ng tao, hindi po to metaphysical reality to claim that, yun na lang, hindi siya metaphysical reality.
Yes, gawa siya ng tao.
Yes. If Roman law created protections na gawa ito ng tao, no, does that not prove that they come from society, not nature?
Yes, come from society.
Are you aware that if Roman law, if ever revised nung panahon na yun, could also remove protection at any moment?
Yes, but they didn't.
Diba? If a right can be removed by Roman law, is it truly inherent? Hindi. Why? Why na lang? Oh, hindi to categorical. Why?
Paulit ng question?
If a right can be removed by Roman law, if hypothetically, ito po ba ay inherent na? Truly inherent?
Truly inherent? Yes, kasi 'di ba na-derive naman sila from their right.
Okay, sige. Are you aware that laws vary across civilization?
Yes, I am fully aware.
But inherent truths cannot vary, 'di ba?
Yes.
Ayun. So, okay. If a right existed only when Roman law or Rome declared or society declared it, where was the inherent right before these societies existed?
Where was?
Asan na? Asan yung rights na yan before mag-exist ang mga society na nag-declare nito?
Andun, hindi pa na-translate into human language.
So, ito question ko sa'yo. Where do you ground these rights?
Where do I ground this right?
Yes.
Well, of course, in a moral sense.
Are you aware that I already said in my opening statement, yung mga moral intuition yan is just a normative claim?
Yes, I am fully aware. Kaya nga, 'di ba? Hindi ko ina-agreehan 'yan, and I'm still saying my answer even though sinabi mo naman 'yan. So you're not final authority.
Okay, so where do you ground this normative claim?
Where do I ground this normative claim? The law, in the paper.
So, okay. So, you're saying you're grounding your rights on the paper. Again, we talk about if it's inherent, hindi po dapat natin ito pinagdedesisyonan, hindi natin to tine-remove. Ito ay automatically fixed universally at objectively, independent of us. Ngayon, you're saying the law, is that still objective or relative?
What's the relevance of being objective and... wait lang, objection moderator pala, sorry. Objection moderator?
Okay, sige. What's your objection? Pa-stop na.
Ang layo na kasi sa topic. Napupunta na kami sa kung saan eh. Saan ba pupunta dun yung objective and subjective dun?
Any counter-objection, Kay?
Well, ang counter-objection po, sabi niya po kasi sa law daw. Sa law. Ngayon, if it's inherent, hindi po dapat natin ito pinag-disagreehan, pinag-aagrihan. Hindi po nagmamatter kung ano po yung sa loobin natin. However, kasi it's supposed to be objective, di ba? Ngayon, kung sa law lang siya, and umagri siya sa akin kanina that law varies in different civilization and countries, edi, ang lalabas po nito, relative ang law. Depende pala sa ibang civilization as per agreed. Ngayon, if sinasabi niya sa akin inherent ang human rights at ito ay ginaground niya ito sa law, ito po ba ay objective o relative? Ayun lang po.
Okay, sige. I will permit this question pero last question mo na yan with that line of questioning. Next question mo, bumalik na tayo sa topic. Sige, Rain, you can answer the question or you can pass.
Paano pwede pa repeat ng question?
Kasi sabi mo sa akin inherent to. Tapos sinabi ko sa iyo, if napos in time, no, sinabi mo sa akin inherent to at ginaground mo to sa moral normative claims. Ngayon sinasabi ko, saan nakaground yung normative claim mo? Sabi mo naman sa law. Ngayon, if you're going to talk at pinag-agreean mo sa akin na kanina sa cross-examine, sabi mo sa akin, ang law ay nagbabari depends on culture. Ngayon, if i-ground mo to sa law at nagbabari ang law depends on culture, it must be relative. Ngayon, if you're saying it's inherent, it must be objective. So ano ba? Ito ba ay objective ba yan na inherent or relative sa law?
The mere fact, wait lang, sabihin na natin sige, objective siya. Pero the mere fact, no, na halos lahat ng constitutional right na to, buong civilization, does follow a one standard alone. No, ang sinasabi lang ng standard na to, lahat kayo may karapatang mabuhay at may karapatang mabuhay. Basta yun.
Okay, so do you agree na for something to be objective, hindi po ito dapat ay independent of human mind?
Objection, moderator. Malayo pa rin sa topic.
Okay, sige. Hindi na ako hihingi ng counter-objection kay, like I said earlier, bumalik sa topic, tapusin na natin. Yun na yung last question na ipe-permit ko when it comes to that line of questioning. Sige. Pabago ng question, move on.
Okay. Do you agree, Rain? Do you agree that healthcare access depends on who controls resources?
Yes.
Okay. Are you aware that government can expand or restrict healthcare coverage at will?
Yes.
Would you agree that if something can be expanded or restricted, it is granted?
Yes.
Okay. Is it true that healthcare availability varies by country and economy? Kumbaga kung nasa UK tayo, libre dito, libre doon. Pag sa Pilipinas tayo, hindi.
Yes, and that just entails na merong mga karapatan ng mga tao doon.
Okay. Are you aware that a right cannot vary depending on wealth or geography?
Yes.
Okay. Do you acknowledge that healthcare improves when a society becomes richer?
Yes.
Would you agree that improvements tied to wealth indicates privilege, not inherentness?
No.
Okay, explain why.
The mere fact, no, the mere fact na wala ka nang mabigay na example, it just shows na wala namang example, wala namang mga countries na nag-run pa rin ng ganyan. Kasi kahit anong citation ng gawin mo dyan, kahit anong quotation mo nang kunin mo dyan, kahit anong country mo nang kunin mo, basta yun.
Okay, ito, sinabi mo sa akin, baseless. Inagrihan mo ko na healthcare improves when society becomes richer. Ngayon, ang tanong ko sa'yo, would you agree that improvements tied to wealth indicates privilege at inherentness? Masasabi mo ba mas maganda ang healthcare natin kumpara sa Canada?
Paulit ng question?
Ngayon, sinabi mo sa akin, no. Hindi ka nag-disagree ka sa akin na it indicates privilege, not inherentness. Ngayon, masasabi mo pa itong improvement tied to wealth that indicates which indicates privilege, not inherentness. Masasabi mo ba? Sabi baseless masasabi mo ba na mas maganda ang healthcare ng Canada kaysa sa atin?
Oh yes, pwede ko sabihin yun, kaya ko sabihin yun.
So it is indicated, it is tied in wealth, correct?
No.
Okay, how is it not tied in wealth?
Kasi everyone can have healthcare even though wala naman silang pera. Under yun ang constitution ng Canada and even in the Philippines.
Can you say a very poor country na walang hospital can still access healthcare?
Pwede pa ulit ng question. Sorry, naglag ako na wala.
Naniniwala ka ba for example, may bansa na sobrang hirap, no? Hindi nila kaya-sustain sarili. Would you agree with me? Mag-agree ka ba na ito ay kaya pa rin magka-healthcare kahit wala silang ospital? Or afford nila magka-ospital?
Yes.
Okay. Can any citizen force a doctor to treat them if the doctor refuses?
Yes.
Ano, sabi ko sa'yo, can any citizen force a doctor to treat them if the doctor refuses? Pwede nila pilitin?
Pwede.
Are you aware that enforceability depends on institution are not inherent rights?
The mere fact na kaya nilang i-force yung doctor to treat them, that just means na may right sila to enforce yung right nila na yun.
Okay, wala nang time. Thank you, Torn.
Ayan, maraming salamat sa inyong dalawa. Now, mag-move na tayo sa ating closing statements. 7 minutes para kay Rain. Pag ready ka na, start na tayo. Hinga muna kayong dalawa para maganda-ganda yung bigayan ng closing statement natin.
Ayun, ready na po.
Okay. Okay, so pag ready ka na, start na yung time natin.
Okay. The mere fact na hindi naman tayo sumunod sa mismong contention natin. Kasi yung contention lang naman napakasimple lang kayo. Ang tinatanong lang naman dito, ano ba ang status ko ng mundo? Kasi wala naman nakalagay ng scope dyan. Sabi dito, healthcare is not a human right, rather it is a privilege. Is, not should. Pero you're pointing out should. Ang layo ng tugon mo. Kaya nga kanina pa ako nalilito rito, kaya kanina pa napakaunti ng mga tinatanong ko sa'yo, napakaunti din ng mga nilalatag ko kasi malayo naman sa topic ang usapan natin. Sabi ko nga dito, di ba, nabanggit Sabi ito lang yun Understand that the said contention wanting us to prove if the healthcare is a right or a privilege. Andun lamang, napakalayo mo man. Kumbaga ako, nasa Visayas, ikaw andun sa katutukan ng Luzon. Or much worse, nasa Japan ka pa. Pakalayo. Diba? Wala ka man lang natugon kung eto ba ay right, kung meron man, napakakaunti. Wala. Diba? Napakalayo from the said contention man. Kala ko pa naman mai-enclose mo agad siya kasi ang ganda ng latag. Sa opening pa lang, andun na agad enclosement of the contention. Pero hindi, lumayo ka sa cross-exam at saka sa rebuttals Lumayo. So, ayun, that justifies kung bakit napaka-onte, napaka-ikli ng mga sinasabi ko dito. Kasi, ang layo. Diba? Ang ulitin ko, ang gusto lang naman ng contention natin ma-approve. No? Na ang status ko ba natin, huwag na natin sabing status ko. Sabihin na lang natin ngayon, no? Tayo ba yung nagpa-function as in-acknowledge ba natin ang healthcare is a human right or a privilege? Diba? So, yun lamang, no? Maraming salamat sa mga suporta at nakinig sa sabaw-sabaw kong latag at sabaw-sabaw kong pagtatanong. I wait my time, Ate.
Maraming salamat. Okay, sige. Pariset ng time to 7 minutes. Okay, pag ready ka na mag-closing statement, start na yung time mo.
Ready na po. Okay, gusto ko po muna magpasalamat sa roundtable sa pagpapaunlak ng debate na to at si Rain. Gusto ko po muna i-clear sinasabi niya daw ay malayo daw ang aking sa contention. No, hindi ako malayo, bro. Kailangan ko patunayan sa'yo na ito ay privilege. At kailangan mo pa sa akin patunayan na ito ay right. Ang sinabi ko sa'yo, nung una pa lang for my opponent, he must demonstrate that a right is objective, non-transactional, pre-social, and universal. Yan ang sinabi ko sa challenge ko sa'yo. Ngayon, if ang bagay ay hindi objective, ang bagay ay non-transactional, ang bagay ay pre-social, ang bagay ay universal, ito po ay right. Kasi po ito ay, masusuppose mo na siya talaga ay inherent. Na siya talaga na kahit hindi mo pwedeng, masasabi mo na it cannot be granted, removed, or modified. Automatically, nandun na yun sa tao. But the fact is, he agreed. Umagri siya sa akin lahat na itong mga bagay na ito ay ginagrant pa natin. Na pwede pa natin, na ito ay nagagrant, na ito ay natatanggal, ito ay nababago, at nag-e-exist dependent on our human mind. So, ito po ay hindi objective at hindi inherent kasi natatanggal siya eh. Natatanggal, namomodified, nagagrant, pinag-aagrihan pa natin bago mangyari ito. Therefore, ito ay privilege. Privilege yun, no? By definition, it is a privilege. Kasi, a privilege, ano ba ang privilege? A benefit that exists only because humans create, maintain, and enforce it. In the case of healthcare, ayun. Ito po ay ginawa ng tao. Ito po ay minentain ng tao. Ito po ay in-enforce ng tao. Hindi mo siya pwedeng tawagin inherent, bro. Paano siya naging inherent? Tayo nga ang neto. In order for something to be inherent, it must be declared outside of us. 'Di ba? Ayun lang yun eh. Inagrehan mo kanina lahat ng cross-examination ko pa sa'yo, 'di ba? Inagrehan mo sa akin, ito asa na yun. Inagrehan mo sa akin sa cross-examination na inherent rights depend on inherent right, ito, mali. Inagrehan mo sa akin kanina sa mga cross-examination ko. Inagrehan mo sa akin na nag-agree ka ang healthcare ay nakadepend sa control ng resources. Kung nakadepende ito ba ay inherent? Ay hindi na po siya inherent kung nakadepende po ito to something. For something to be inherent, it must be independent. Dapat po hindi po siya nakadepende kung saan-saan. Inherent nga ba't mo sasabihin nakadepende? Ito, ayoko na sana maglayo sa topic, pero same thing with the case of abortion. It's a right to a right to life, intrinsic value, no? If ito po ay inherent, 'di ba? Di walang rason kung para kunin mo ang buhay. Kaso sa healthcare, nakadepende ito sa resources. So ano ay ibig sabihin nun kung nakadepende ito sa resources? Privilege. Ayun po ang sagot ko, no? Thank you.
Ayan, maraming salamat. May bangkay na pinapakita sa round table. Ba't naman ganon? Huwag naman sana magpakita ng cadaver. Charang. Ayan, pahingi naman ako ng 15 minutes timer. Ngayon, dahil wave ng time ang ating mga debaters, bibigyan ko kayo ng maganda-gandang laban. Sa mga viewers natin na nabitin, meron kayong 15 minutes para magtanong, 1 question each. Request na. Ayan, pinangunahan na ni Sir 80. Sir 80, sino ang sasakuhin mo tonight? Pumili ka na.
Ayan, okay. Si Kay, tatanungin ko, no?
Yes,
tsaka
sir.
si Rain. Pwede ba yan? Moderator, pwede ba yan?
1 question each, pero sige, dahil ikaw ay malakas sa akin, sige, tag-isang
Ayan.
para sa kanila.
Oo. Okay, ito yung una kong tanong sa'yo.
Yes po, Sir
Whether
80.
objective or relative, no, yung human rights, does it prove your point or not?
It proves my point kasi po ang contention po natin dito, pinag-agrihan niya is inherent daw. Ngayon, how can something be inherent, no? Kung ito'y nakadepende sa mga resources. So yeah, it proves my point pa po.
Okay. Follow up lang, no? Follow up lang kay pwede naman to, allowed naman to. So,
Yes po, Sir 80.
ang sagot mo sa akin, tama, inherent ang sagot mo sa akin.
Inherent.
Ang tanong ko ba, inherent o objective o relative?
Objective o relative po ang tanong ko.
Okay, thank you. Sige, tatanungin ka na si Rain. Rain, ready ka na?
Yeah.
Okay. So, ang topic nyo, healthcare is not a human right, rather it is a privilege. So, negative ka, ibig sabihin, yung healthcare para sa'yo, human rights, tama? Pa-confirm ko lang.
Yes po.
Oo. Ngayon, no? Ano ang predication ng topic nyo? Human o non-human?
Human.
So, ibig bang sabihin, as long as may humans, merong human right?
Yes.
Ayun lang, para hindi naman maapi yung isa. Sige, okay na, thank you.
Maraming salamat, Sir 80. Wolverine, 1 question, pumili ka ng tatanungin mo.
tatanungin kita, Charis. Hindi, si Rain tatanungin ko. Rain, sabi mo kanina na inherent sa atin na magkaroon ng human right when it comes to mental, I mean healthcare. So inherent siya sa ating mga human. Tanong, nung mga prior examples mo kanina, meron na bang mental health care na ba dun sa Roman law, dun sa mga slaves? Kung meron, bakit at papaano? Kung wala, bakit?
Ayan, no? Yung sa Roman law naman kasi, sinite ko lang yun just to prove na mali yung sinasabi ni Kay, and it's not really my tindig in a case kasi wala pa na ma-existibong fully developed concept of a human right doon. Rather, at least at some point sa Roman law, meron dong resemblance of a human right.
Okay, maraming salamat, Wolverine. Okay. Dave, isang tanong, pumili ka ng tatanungin mo.
Si Kay.
Ay, paborito mo ako, Kuya Dave. Ano yan?
Maaari mo ba akong bigyan ng example ng human right na hindi privilege?
Na hindi privilege? Right to choose. Right to choose. Hindi pwede tanggalin sa yun kahit kanina inherent na yun. Pag pinanganak ka, may karapatan ka pumili. Ayun ang inherent.
Okay, sige. Thank you, Dave. Teacher, isang tanong, pili ka ng tatanungin mo. Okay, next. Queen of Illogic, pumili ka ng tatanungin mo. Mabilisan lang po tayo dito ha, kasi konti lang yung oras natin. Sige, one question.
Okay. Bakit bawal maging privilege ang human right?
Kasi po, hindi na siya, magkaiba na kasing categories yun. Ang human right, your human right, kailangan mo i-suppose na ito ay inherent, objective, non-transactional. Ang privilege hindi naman ganun. So, hindi siya pwede. Gets?
Ayan. Dot. Isang tanong, pili ka lang.
Okay. Ito, sa kay. Yung slavery back kay, is it a privilege or a violation of human rights?
It's a privilege to own slaves, bro. Thank you. Next question. It's a privilege to own slaves.
Okay. Since wala pang naka-request, Dot, baka gusto mo mag-follow-up question.
Okay, pala. Question. Sige. Yung privilege ba, sa word na privilege, di ba, grant. Yung grant ba presuppose moral obligation? And yung moral obligation ba presuppose human rights?
Yes. So means, presuppose siya.
Okay. So if presuppose siya, means na yung existence ng privilege is also the existence of human rights.
No. Kaya nga ang contention ko dito, how can you say that it's a human right? Wala nga rights, privilege lang meron. Ayun ang content ginawa ko dito. Yun ang angle ko, bro.
Di ba nag-agree ka?
Okay na yan, Dot, sorry. Kung wala nang magre-request, proceed na kami sa announcements ng mga... Ay, okay, sige. O sige, Wolverine, papakyatin kita dahil isasako kita mamaya. Ay, nandito pala si Anta. Okay, Wolverine, tanong.
Muna bago si Anta, mabilis lang naman to. Tanong ko naman to kay seryosong tanong. Aware ka ba na iba yung granting sa recognizing ng human rights? Anong difference?
Aware ako, oo, ang recognize is parang nire-recognize it na yung supposedly inherent. However, kasi ginamit ko tong angle kasi atheist kalabang ko eh. Ang human rights mostly nakatala based on God, based on the Christian values. So, kinapitalize ko na lang, 'di ba? Nire-recognize kasi ng human rights natin yung in order ng Diyos. Gets nyo? Kaya ganun ginawa ko. Otherwise, kaya nga tinanong ko siya kanina na, sorry, wala na pala.
Okay, sige. Anta, may gusto ko bang tanungin sa kanilang dalawa?
Magtatanong ako kay Rain sa...
Okay.
Ay, kay sa affirmative.
Yes, Dr. Anta.
Okay. The simplest definition of privilege is that it is something that is given to you, and it is also something that can be taken to you as long as may valid reason, no?
Yes po. Agree po, yun ang privilege.
If healthcare is a privilege, can you cite valid reasons para maalis natin yung healthcare sa isang tao?
Ay, wala po. Wala po.
Wala. Therefore, you cannot take away.
Ay, hindi naman po siya kailangan maging valid reason po para sa akin. Hindi naman po siya kailangan.
Agree ka ba na ang privilege is something that can be taken to you as long as may valid grounds, correct?
No, I disagree. Any reason can, basta may power ka, valid ground na siguro yung power para i-take sa'yo yung bagay.
So, hindi siya privilege if walang reason that human rights can be taken to a specific person. Kasi, ang privilege kasi, Kay, it is something that is given to you, but it is also something that can be taken to you as long as may valid reason. That is a privilege.
Yes,
okay, sige. Okay, last na answer mo na yan. Last na question na din yan, Anta, ha? Sige, proceed.
Sige, thank you. So, in other words, ulitin ko yung tanong ko. So, if it is something that can also be taken to you, privilege, ha? So, can you cite at least one reason na ang na ang healthcare can be taken to a specific person, na deprive yung person sa healthcare? Anong yung reason?
Well, pwedeng ayaw mo yung tao. Ayaw mo ng group. For example, if I'm going to be a dictator, ayaw ko sa Bisaya, pwede ko kunin sa kanila yung healthcare right nila. Diba? Ganun.
Okay, thank you.
Salamat, Anta.
Thank you, Roundtable.
Thank you. Ayun, so, bibigyan ko kayo ng konting oras pa para bigyan ng regalo yung mga panelists na sinusuportahan nyo. But right now, I would like to take this time para i-promote yung mga upcoming events ng platform natin. Wait lang, di-disconnect ko lang si Anta. Okay, yan. So, sa December 6, 9 p.m., PSR or Principle of Sufficient Reason Proves God's Existence. Affirmative si Arvin, negative sa atheist teacher. Tapos sa December 13, 9 p.m., Aquinas' natural law theory fails to justify objective morality. Affirmative atheist teacher, tapos negative si Arvin. So, dalawa yan na, December 6, 9 p.m. at December 13, 9 p.m. Parehong maglalaban at magpapalit lamang ng posisyon si Sir Arvin at si atheist teacher. Tapos, December 29, 2025, 8 p.m., Dudes versus Eid. Ang topic naman nila ay nararapat sumamba ang mga tao sa Diyos. Yan yung topic nila. And sa December 20, ang dami naman, December 20, 2025, 8 p.m., Modal Ontological Argument is a proof on the existence of God. Affirmative dito si Dudes, tapos negative dito si Macarius. Tapos, wala na, ayun lang. Okay, so ulitin ko na lang ulit. December 6, 9 p.m., PSR proves God's existence. Affirmative si Arvin, negative si atheist teacher. December 13, 9 p.m., Aquinas' natural law theory fails to justify objective morality. Affirmative atheist teacher, negative si Arvin. Tapos, December 29, 2025, Dudes versus Eid, nararapat sumamba ang mga tao sa Diyos. December 20, 2025, Modal Ontological Argument is a proof on the existence of God. Affirmative si Dudes, tapos negative si Macarius. Check ko lang wait lang, double check ko. Ayan, meron pang isa pa. Objective moral facts came from the mind. Affirmative si think, negative si you will die. Ayan, wala pang data nakalagay. At ayan, for now, I think iyan lang muna yung mga debates na nakalinyada natin. To be announced yung huli yung objective moral facts came from the mind. To be announced pa yung date niyan. But for now, mark your calendars at suportahan nyo yung mga bata nyo sa mga susunod na debates. Ayan, maraming salamat ulit kay Kay, kay Rain, sa live host natin na si Jack na nagpakita kanina ng cadaver, sa ating timer na si You Will Dai, at sa mga tao na sumuporta pa rin at nanood kahit medyo malalim na ang gabi. So, right after this live, lumipat po tayo sa live ni Kira Watanabe at doon po natin lalapastanganin ang ating mga debaters. Doon po natin sila lalait-laitin talaga. Kaya naman, pumunta na po tayo doon. Good night everyone. Yung mga gusto pang makipag-usap sa amin, lipat po tayo ng live. Salamat. Huwag po kalimutan mag-gift sa
Thank you, Round Table. Thank you, Round Table. Thank you, Rain.
Ayan nga pala. Baka meron kayong gustong sabihin, Rain, kay...
Ayun, gusto ko sana i-announce muna na magkakaroon ako ng laban to be announced pa rin. Sola Scriptura is a false teaching. At the church, not scriptures alone, holds the authority against Niel. Abangan nyo. At shoutout kay Khalid.
Ako mag-shoutout lang din. No? Shoutout kay Abby. Salamat sana. Sa 82 gifts. Tapos kay Matthew, La Morning, etc. Yun lamang.
Ayun, sige. Ayun na. Bye-bye everyone. Salamat sa pagsama sa amin dito sa Round Table. Kita-kits ulit sa mga susunod nating events. Yan lang. Good night. Salamat.